Hey everybody, Safi and Marco dish out on movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here once again to talk about Tell Me Your Secrets, episode 4, I Don't Know You. And okay, it was bad. It was bad. It's not getting better. It is getting worse by the minute. It just, God, it is just so painful to watch these bad stories. I mean, the writing is so terrible. Like, it's not interesting. This story is not interesting. The only thing what's hilarious is the only thing that's interesting is John and Rose, kinda. I mean, that's the only thing that's interesting. You got this story where, and you can tell I did not like the episode. I was very upset, disappointed. Like, come on, really? This is what I get? Really? This is not satisfying storytelling. It's not good storytelling either. It is just complete amateur, pathetic, bad storytelling. It's like soap opera drama. I mean, some of it's entertaining. I mean, I do want to know what happens, just because I just want to see. But that being said, I still acknowledge it's really bad. So you got this story with the psychologist or the psychiatrist, Pete. I mean, Peter, not Pete. And Emma now distrusts him so much that she changed the locks in the house, and they have this like public fight where it's like this kind of cringy back and forth where it's like, honestly, he's not that bad. Like he's not that bad. He's not this like evil, like she's making him out to look like he's like this evil psychopath. And to me, I don't know if it's a woke agenda. I don't know if it has anything to do with agendas, because it's, to me, none of this season, for the most part, has seemed like an agenda. It's just seemed like bad storytelling. So at least it doesn't really have any social agenda in there, as far as I can see right now. Because, who knows? They could insert stuff in there at any point. And like they did in every other thing we've seen on this channel, basically. Well, every new thing, I should say. Not everything from the past, where they actually made quality movies and television. So they have this public fight, and it's like this weird thing where it's like, okay, so let me get this straight. The story is the psychiatrist, he's in charge of protecting her, and she thinks that he wants to be with her. Like, the jumps to conclusions in the show, they blow my mind. These leaps, these giant jumps of like logic of these people, these characters, these stupid characters, these terrible characters. I mean, I liked Emma in episode 1 and episode 2. Not anymore. I don't like Emma either. I don't like anyone except for John and Rose. And then I guess I like Tom, the deputy, whatever he is, because he's pretty cool. It seems like he could, but he's not really a character. He's just a cardboard cutout in the background, and to serve the story's purpose. And that's another thing that I'm really having an issue with, is that everything seems like it's contrived. Every character feels like a plot device rather than a character. Like, the psychiatrist's wife, she feels like a cardboard cutout. None of these people feel like actual people. They feel like, okay, I am character A, and I have to go from A to B for this story to work. And then, hey, I'm character B. I have to go from B to D for this show to work. And it's like, it doesn't feel real. It feels fake. It feels manufactured. It feels like a diorama that someone built, or diorama, however you want to pronounce it. It feels like, I'm just looking at this stupid diorama that someone built, and they're like, look, this is a really intricate and interesting diorama. And it's not. It's really not interesting. It's by the books. It's cliche. It's predictable. Let's get into the episode more. So, let's just hold off on talking about Mary, because Mary is, oh God, I hate Mary so much. She's so bad. Let's finish talking about Emma. So Emma, her story is just jumping all over the place. Like, there's no consistent story. There's no, okay, if from the first episode, I would have thought that her story is that she's going to uncover some sort of criminal conspiracy at the St. Jerome house, and that the whole season she's going to be doing this detective work herself, and she's going to be uncovering, okay, now that, because I helped my former boyfriend kill girls, or I don't know if she helped, they still haven't revealed that yet, of course. Since I did that and I feel guilty, I want to now save these people in the St. Jerome house. But that story is quickly thwarted by other stories. Like, oh, I have this psychiatrist, protector, guardian, whatever you call him, and I distrust him, and there's something dark going on with him. Like, bitch, have you forgotten that you saw a dead girl in a cabin? That poor Ethelreda Pearl Smutney. She was dead. She's dead. And all you can think about is this guy who you're upset that he walks into your house and checks on you? That's what you're focusing on? It's like, God, what is this? What is the deal with these stupid characters? These stupid, dumb characters. But it's like, no, okay, that's not the story. The story with the psychiatrist gets thwarted by another story. Guess what? This dumb bitch, Emma, is still calling her old protector from the St. Jerome house, or whatever house it was, Miss Moses, or whatever the fuck, Esther Moses. She's still calling her. She's not supposed to be in contact from anyone in her past. And she is so retarded that she is. And guess what? She is gonna get fucked up, because she is giving away her position because she wants to have her old life back. Fuck that shit. What old life? The old life with the serial killer boyfriend? This biatch probably likes Twilight, I tell you what. This is exactly the type of biatch you gotta look out for. This is the type of girls who like Twilight. These are the type of people, the ones who like serial killers, the ones who like evil people. They're attached to evil. And Emma, I mean, it's just, her stories are just terrible. And so, okay, let's talk about that other story. And then, guys, storytelling matters. So, we have Rose Lord, and now, obviously, Rose Lord is flawless. She comes on screen, and it's like, wow, she's really good. And I've already said that a million times, but just to say it again for emphasis, to put emphasis on it, repetition is emphasis, I guess, in my world. And she's I guess she doesn't like her life because she doesn't fit in, even though in the first episode she was literally the rich bitch bully character. I mean, she has gone, this biatch Rose, she has jumped tremendously from being a bully to being, oh, I am a very, very sad girl, and I don't fit in. And I want to hang out with you, Emma. I want to live with you because you're there. Oh, God, I forgot about her and the deputy. And also, Emma is having this desire to be with the deputy, Tom. And, which, I don't know why they named him Tom. These names are terrible, too. Like, they really ought to come up with some better names for people. I mean, you got a girl named Rose Lord. And, I mean, that's an awesome name. I mean, to have a last name Lord, I mean, wow, that's just badass. But other than that, it's like you got John, you got Mary, you got Karen, who's actually a Karen / Emma. These names are bad. But... oh, wait, what was I talking? Oh, yeah, her and the deputy. There's this random scene where she's talking to the deputy about the psychiatrist, and then it jumps from that to they start kissing, and, like, there's this... You guys ever noticed how, like... it's almost like the people who write movies and television, like, they're, like, teenagers or something. Or they're, like, from the 50s. Because whenever people have, like, intimacy with each other, they're always just kissing. Like, don't we ever get sick and tired of seeing the same old, like, kissing shots over and over again? Like, I thought, like, these people are adults. I mean, the deputy needs to go balls deep in her right now. We need to get off of this, kissy, like, 10 minutes of people kissing, and it's like close-ups and these shots that we've seen a million times. It's like, can we stop doing that? Like, we're adults. Like, this isn't 1947 Andy Griffith show where, like, all they do is, like, kiss each other, and it's like, oh, you kissed her, oh, really? You kissed her a lot. You didn't have sex with her, you just kissed her. Like, this is just really bizarre, and just this fetish, almost, for kissing is just ridiculous. I'm getting sick of that, honestly, and I know that kind of seems like, it's like, oh, Marco, do you want to see the sex scenes and that's why? No, it's just honestly because, like, just every single movie and TV show we see, it's always the same damn thing. Two people like each other, and we see this drawn out, long ass kissing scene. We don't see any type of varying, we don't see any type of different things going on. It's always the same damn thing. And it's almost like a statement of, like, intimacy is just all the same. And, like, you don't think that people do different things? You don't think that there's certain guys, they like to do different things, certain girls, they like to do different things? No, it's just the same old two people with the same shots kissing in this boring way. It's so tiring to see that. Oh, wow, that went on for a long time. I promise, it didn't bother me that much. It's just, it came out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, they like each other now, even though they don't even know each other. Like, wow, that's really interesting. And then she just leaves because she gets mad he said something, and, excuse me, and he wants to take it slow. So that was a wasted scene. And then that gets thwarted by Rose Lord, the greatest female character in the history of television. Wait, what was that? What was the daughter in Your Honor? I mean, this is basically the exact same character almost, where you have, like, the daughter of the villain, or a daughter of a bad guy, and she like doesn't like her rich privileged life, and so she wants to go off and have dirty and down to the dirt ground adventures with Emma. And so she hangs out with Emma, and then Emma says, "You need to go away. This place isn't safe for you." And it's like, oh wow, that was a wasted scene. And then Rose starts crying, and I felt really upset seeing her cry. She started crying. I was like, she looked really upset. I was like, God, Emma, fuck you. Why would you do that to Rose? Look at her. I mean, God, she has no empathy whatsoever. She's definitely one of the killers. I mean, come on. Don't tell me that you think that she's innocent. I mean, that would be absurd at this point. The way that she behaves, the way that she's just disregarded Jess, Ethelrita, who's dead right in front of her. I mean, she has just completely disregarded these kids. And then there's this plot with her, and then the black kid, which I can't remember his name, unfortunately, because he is good. I mean, he's not a bad actor like Eugene from Your Honor. So I wish I could remember his name. And there's like, she's getting information from him, and then that's a wasted scene. And then finally at the end, you're not going to believe this. We have jumped from, and now this show is terrible at building an environment, because we have been in Louisiana for 4 episodes. I have not felt that at all. And now Emma is going to leave Louisiana with Rose so that they can go wherever. And it's like, wait, so you're telling me that wait, no, come on. She's gonna take Rose and go somewhere? That's not, that is not gonna turn out how, let's just see how that plays out for you. Let's just say, and you got Rose, and she's like, "I know where my daddy keeps a stash." And then she runs away to get the stash, and like, she's like, "My daddy's not gonna notice the car's gone." And so I have no idea what the fuck the show's doing. She is taking the rich bitch bully girl, and they're going somewhere. It just, I fucking hate it. And I haven't even gotten to Mary, quite contrary, and her little, she's the worst. She came on, she's like, "I'm going to take a couple of days off." And then she goes to meet with John, because John has been visiting with the Esther Moses at the retirement home. And he's just awesome as usual. I mean, he's just so good compared to all the other actors, him and Rose. And he's doing stuff with her. And it's just really good the way that he's manipulating her, but you can kind of sense there's something else going on. And because she said he's a wolf in the last episode, and it was like, oh, so she knows that he's a bad guy. And it's like, to me, the whole episode, I thought that maybe she knew, but then she would have the dementia kick in and she wouldn't remember, so he could like sneak in when she's got the dementia happening. Like, it wasn't really clear. And then at the end, it's like, oh, she knew the whole time he was a wolf, a bad guy. And she knew that girl was her boss, Mary. And so Mary forced herself to go in there with John, which was really embarrassing. And then it was just really awkward and embarrassing. And it did not work out at all. And then Mary and John have dinner, and of course John is just so awesome. He's eating lobster, and like they try to make it like look like it's creepy the way that he eats that lobster. Like they like show the shot of him picking up the lobster meat, and then he just slurps it up in his mouth like, and it's like, oh, look at that. That's really dark and creepy. John, the former rapist, he's eating lobster. Wow, that's really scary. And then Mary's looking at him like, oh, like Mary's really scared, even though she's this powerful. Oh, God, what was that? I just choked on my own spit. She's this powerful, independent female character, and she's scared of John. And then John talks to her, and basically we find out that John is pretending to be Esther's husband, which was a really interesting move. I thought that it's kind of weird because it's like, do they look alike even? Like, if I was going to impersonate someone's husband, I would want to look exactly like that husband. Sort of like how in Friday the 13th 2, Amy, I think, was her name Amy or Jenny? I can't remember. She gets the mom's sweater and puts it on. And that helped Jason think that it was his mom, because she had that sweater that he had kept in the cabin with the mom's chopped off head. And it felt weird that John wouldn't do something like that, considering that he's this really hyper intelligent guy. And then you have this bitch Mary who comes in and just ruins everything. And then Mary goes all by herself against John's wishes because she thinks that Esther is in danger now of John. And so she goes there to meet with Esther, and she literally kills her. And, and that was really predictable and terrible and trash. And then, of course, what was cool, though, is that John has it on camera, and he caught it on secret footage, and he was genuinely shocked. Like, I guess he does have, like, a heart or something, because he was upset. He was, like, disturbed by seeing this evil bitch Mary suffocate this poor old woman who... the woman knew all along that John and Mary were there to find Emma. And so I thought that was interesting because, Emma shouldn't be in contact with her. And the whole conveniences of her being in contact with her, and then they just happen to find her, and they just happen to interrogate her about Emma, and then at the end John just so happens to receive the call from Emma, and then he's like, is this Karen? And then Emma just hangs up because she knows that she's retarded and she's fucked now. I would give this episode a C-. It was not good. It was almost a D+, but it was better than the first episode just because we got more of John in this. We got, the brilliant scene with him eating lobster, and they, try to make it look creepy that he eats lobster, and, it's really not working. That's always a frustrating thing, too, is whenever you have people who make a show or a movie, and they're out of touch with their audience, so they don't know what character their audience likes. And so, you saw that a lot with Fargo, where, the characters who you like, they get treated like shit. And then the characters you don't like, they're the ones who are treated like these very powerful, important characters who can't be touched. And so it's that same type of thing where it feels like John is almost like the villain, even though he's literally following orders from Mary, and he's literally trying to do this to help. He's trying to redeem himself. And so it's like that they're really out of touch with their audience. And I mean, they made the rich bitch bully girl like this innocent kid too, which was really funny because if you look at I'm not trying to play the victim here, but if you look at people that I went to high school with and you tried to tell me, oh, Marco, they were just poor little victims, and they didn't feel like they fit in, and so that's why they bullied and assaulted people for no reason. That's why they would do this and that to people. No, you're not gonna play that excuse with me, honey. Rose Lord, her first scene is kicking and assaulting Ethelreda, and then doing something with her hair. I can't remember like what she was doing. I didn't even really tell. I couldn't even tell what she was doing, honestly. But like that's her first scene, and you're trying to make it like, oh, she's this sad poor girl who just she's really sad and she's really upset. Like, no, I don't care, bitch. I really don't care. I mean, I like her. She's really good at acting, and she's doing a good job at like being a character you want to see more of. But the character herself, it's really bad. The characters just constantly get worse and worse as they make more questionable character decisions, and they flip flop all the time, and I'm just really not liking it at all. So anyways, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment. Tell me what you thought. I'd love to hear what you think about these terrible plot decisions. And then please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more reviews of Tell Me Your Secrets. So goodbye, everybody. See you soon.